Hi there, Justin Pritchard here, and normally when I'm in front of the camera I'm talking about cars, but I wanted to switch it up today to a completely different subject, and that is tattoos, and specifically two things that have helped me out a great deal over the past year in terms of the aftercare process. So a little background for you, all of the individual pieces in this arm sleeve setup that I'm going for were done by Pricked Tattoos in Lively, Ontario. I wanted to go there, that's the town I grew up in, and they do some fantastic work. Now, everything you see here took place over the past year, a lot of it in the past couple of months, and some of this stuff, including all these little sort of filler pieces, were done 4 days ago kind of thing. And now it's the beginning of May, it's getting nice out, I'm starting to get concerned with sun protection, and as a car reviewer I spend a lot of time driving, and typically in weather like this, with my arm up on the window here, where it's getting baked by the sun all day long, and I don't want to wear sunblock in the car. It gets all over everything. I probably never wear sunblock as often as I should to begin with, and I don't want to wear a long sleeve shirt when it's nice outside like this. So what was the answer? Well, it turns out that these are a thing that exists. A lot of people I showed this to didn't even know what it was. It is a UV blocking tattoo sleeve cover, and it's basically a giant sock for your arm. So you slip it on like this. It's very, very flexible. It doesn't weigh anything. And you kind of snug it up here under the sleeve of your shirt if you're wearing one. Probably looks a little bit goofy, but the first thing you notice is that this arm is cool now. I don't even have the sun shining on it. I can already feel this arm, the temperature is actually getting lower. The second thing is that they advertise this as 100% UV protection. So this is like wearing a thick long sleeve shirt. None of that sunlight is getting to the tattoos underneath. But you're not hot, you're not wearing a long sleeve shirt, and you're fully protected without having to get sunblock all over your hands and reapply it and wipe it off on stuff, and more importantly for me, get it all over the inside of the car, on the door, the steering wheel and whatnot, and you gotta clean it off later. And so I went for a drive a little bit earlier today, and I had my arm out the window, you know, for like half an hour. It's cool, it's refreshing, and you don't get that sort of sting when new tattoos are exposed to the sun after a couple of minutes. And the big thing to me with this as well is I did some research, and of course you've got to protect these from the sun to keep them looking their finest for, you know, the rest of your life. But some research I found said that you shouldn't even put sunblock on a new tattoo until it's like 2 or 3 weeks old, which means that my only alternative other than this when I'm driving is to wear a long sleeve shirt, and that just sucks when it's this nice outside. So found this on Amazon. It's called Shiny Mod. And if you type into Amazon Shiny Mod Tattoo Sleeve UV, this is probably the first thing that comes up. If you can't find it, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll put a link up. I think I paid something like 14 or 15 bucks Canadian for 2 of these guys, and I'm just loving this. One of them is going to stay in the car, one of them is going to stay in the house. I think fantastic investment to keep these guys looking good. And the second thing is actually the Aftercare product that I'm using. I don't know where the community in general stands on this. I'm not a tattoo expert, I'm not a dermatologist, but a friend of mine put me on to this stuff, and it's called Aquaphor. With the nature of this tattoo, so each of these pieces was done sort of separately, some of them a couple of weeks apart, and I've tried 5 or 6 different Aftercare products, and consistently this is the only one that A, eliminated that itchy day that I'd get usually 2 or 3 days in where I wanted to really just scrape the tattoo off with a fork, and B, it also brought me to that point where the tattoo looked complete and healed, and as if it had completed that first phase of the sort of healing process much quicker. So no itching, very little scabbing, you get a bit of peeling, no itching at all. That was the big thing for me. I'm not using anything but this stuff from now on. Now note that it is fairly greasy. You don't want to sleep with this on your, you know, blankets and pillows. It's fairly thick. It's a little harder to spread, so you've got to kind of work it in. And I think it only comes in a container about this size. This was something like 15 or 16 bucks. You find it in kind of the pharmacy skincare section. I think I got this at a Walmart or Superstore or something. Again, I think this stuff is fantastic. I don't know if you use that or if the community in general thinks this is good or knows about it or whatever. Let me know down in the comments section below. So that's it. Those are the 2 things in the past year or so that have really helped me out a lot in terms of caring for this tattoo. Aquaphor, no itching, love this stuff. It's all I'm using from now on. And this Shiny Mod tattoo sleeve protector, so I don't have to mess around with sunblock anymore. I am okay with that. Until next time, I'm Justin Pritchard. Take care.